Learn English in a fun and effective way with podcasts, and practice with our free PDFs in each lesson.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Podcast in English, and I'm Steve. We're here to turn your English fears into cheers.
I'm Gwen. Speaking of fears, do you know what makes most English learners the most nervous?
Let me guess. Speaking?
Bingo. And I totally get it. So many learners feel the same way.
The fear of speaking can really hold you back, right?
Exactly. Nobody wants to make mistakes, but here's the truth. Mistakes are part of the process.
So, you're saying we should just go for it?
Absolutely. And today we're sharing some solid tips to help you feel more confident and start speaking English with ease. Let's dive in.
Okay, Gwen. What's the first step to becoming a fluent English speaker?
Start small. Don't try to take on too much at once. A lot of learners think they have to master long conversations or complex grammar right away, but that can be overwhelming.
Why is that so important? Wouldn't it be better to just dive in and learn everything at once?
Not really. Research by Carl White shows that tackling small, manageable tasks builds momentum and keeps you motivated. When you take small steps, you feel a sense of achievement, and that encourages you to keep going instead of getting frustrated and giving up.
Oh, so those little victories give us the push we need to stay motivated and improve gradually?
Exactly. Think of it like climbing a staircase. If you try to jump to the top all at once, you'll probably trip. But if you take it one step at a time, it's much easier to keep moving forward. Every small win adds to your confidence and prepares you for bigger challenges down the road.
That makes sense. But how small are we talking? What's a good way to start?
Start with simple, everyday phrases, things you actually use in daily life. For example, practice introducing yourself, asking for directions, ordering food, or making small talk about the weather. These are things you can use immediately, and they help you feel more comfortable speaking English in real situations.
So if it's raining, I could say, "What a terrible day." Or if it's sunny, "It's such a beautiful day today."
Nailed it, Steve. And our listeners can do the same. Just take it step by step. The key is to build confidence little by little and enjoy the process.
But let's be real. Messing up feels like a big deal for so many learners.
I hear you. But guess what? Mistakes are actually your best teachers.
Really? How does that work?
Studies by Robert and Elizabeth Bjork show that making errors while learning actually helps you retain information better over time.
Oh, I get it. When you figure out what went wrong, it helps everything click.
Exactly. And did you know that the longest fan fiction ever written in English was done by a non-native speaker?
No way. Are you serious?
Totally. He started writing fan fiction just to practice English.
He must have made a ton of mistakes along the way.
He did, but instead of giving up, he kept going. And now it's officially the longest piece of literature ever written.
That's some serious dedication. Imagine all the typos he had to fix.
Right? But every mistake was just another step forward. Proof that errors aren't roadblocks, they're building blocks.
Maybe I should start my own novel. Or just stick to a quick tweet. What's the next tip?
Listen before you speak.
Why's that?
Simple. When you listen, you pick up on tone, rhythm, and pronunciation.
So it's not just about hearing words, but about how they're spoken?
Exactly. Instead of jumping right in, focus on listening first.
So, what should I be listening to?
Podcasts, movies, or even real conversations in English. Then, try copying how people speak, their tone, speed, and pronunciation.
Got it. Listen first, then start speaking. Thanks for the tip. What's next?
Learning in chunks.
Wait, why not just learn words one by one?
Because that's not how people actually speak. Instead of learning words in isolation, learn phrases like take a break or make a decision.
That sounds a lot easier and more natural.
Exactly.
But where do I find these chunks to practice?
Everyday content, movies, podcasts, conversations. And if you don't have time for that, try learning apps.
Ooh, like Duolingo? Got it.
Yes, or Hello Talk for chatting with native speakers.
Gwen, a lot of people, myself included, feel really self-conscious about their accents, especially when they're learning a new language.
Listen up, Steve. Your accent is a unique part of who you are, a badge of your personal journey. It's something to be genuinely proud of. Don't ever hide it.
Even if it's not a widely recognized accent, like British or American, does that still apply?
Especially then. Language diversity is what makes our world so vibrant and exciting. Imagine for a moment if we all sounded exactly the same, with the same intonation, the same pronunciation. How utterly boring and monotonous would that be? We'd lose so much richness.
True, I never thought about it like that. It would be pretty dull.
Plus, and this is crucial, most people genuinely care far more about the substance of what you're saying, the ideas you're conveying, than the specific way you pronounce your words.
So you're saying there's no need to try and force a Hollywood actor's accent? That's a relief.
Nope. As long as you're clear and people can understand your message, you're absolutely fine. Don't waste energy trying to mimic a specific accent.
What else should we do to improve our spoken English? I'm eager to learn.
Authenticity is key. Try shadowing. It's a fantastic technique.
Oh, I've heard of that. Isn't it when you listen to a native speaker and then try to repeat what they're saying almost simultaneously?
Exactly. It's an excellent way to refine your pronunciation, get a feel for the natural rhythm of the language, and master the intonation patterns that native speakers use.
What kind of materials should I shadow? Are there any specific recommendations?
Anything you genuinely enjoy and find engaging. Movies, podcasts, YouTube videos, even audiobooks. The key is to find material that holds your interest, so it doesn't feel like a chore.
Sounds like a win-win. I can improve my English while enjoying my favorite shows and content. That's fantastic. Alright, Gwen, after going through all these incredibly helpful tips, what would you say is the single golden rule, the most important takeaway for our listeners?
Just start, Steve. Don't overthink it. Even if it feels like you're taking tiny, almost invisible baby steps, or if you're only comfortable with the most basic, simple sentences, just begin. The momentum will build, I promise.
And it's completely acceptable, even expected, to make mistakes and stumble along the way, right? There's no need for perfection from the start.
100% embrace those mistakes, Steve. They are absolutely essential stepping stones on your path to fluency, not setbacks that should discourage you. Learn from them, analyze where you can improve, and keep practicing. You'll be genuinely amazed at how much progress you make over time.
And you're reiterating that I don't need to try and sound exactly like a native English speaker, correct?
Nope, not at all. Own your unique accent, celebrate it, and own every step of your progress. You're authentic. Voice is what makes you interesting.
What was your favorite tip from today's discussion? I'd love to hear which one resonated with you the most. Let us know in the comments section below.
This is I'm Gwen, and it's been a pleasure sharing these tips with you.
And I'm Steve. Thanks so much for tuning in and joining us on this learning journey.
Catch you in the next episode, and remember, keep practicing.